Salutations, stigmatized scientist, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for joining me for Season 2, Episode 12 of our XCOM 2 series. In our previous installment, Alpha Squad took to the field in the outskirts of Edmonton, Canada, with the task of disabling an alien device. They did so successfully, and they also skulljacked an Advent officer, but not without suffering a KIA in the form of Nelson Boyd, codenamed Noisy Boy. In this episode, we are going to begin scanning for supplies in northeast Canada. This was something we were just about to get into when we were called away on that last mission. So let's turn our attention to the geoscape. And as you can see, the Resistance supply cache is up there by the black market in northeast Canada.
Avenger plotting new course.
It's going to be a lengthy scan. Should take about a week, so let's get started. Unfortunately, a dark event has been completed. Specifically an alien cipher, which raises intel costs for the next month. But we have completed development of the plasma grenade, and in fact it was a plasma grenade that blew out the floor from under Manny Faces and Noisy Boy, which ultimately put Noisy Boy in a compromising position, which of course led to his death. It has been getting more difficult out there, folks. Advent is definitely bringing the hammer down. Okay, we're going to respond to this incoming transmission from the Resistance regarding an operation. This one, affecting the rescue of a scientist, Dr. Brennan O'Carroll, from Kansas City.
Setting course.
He has decided to defect, and we're going to help him. Bravo Squad is on deck to do just that. As always, Bravo Squad is commanded by William Lee, codenamed Weasel, bringing the flashbang. He is joined by Joan Richards, codenamed JBone, bringing the med kit. Mark Jackson, codenamed Stonewall, bringing along a plasma grenade and the Shadow Keeper. Christian Arnold, codenamed Reaper, bringing the battle scanner. Otto Williams, codenamed Automatic, bringing the mimic beacon. And last but not least, Jared Williamson, codenamed Manzer, bringing the frost bomb and a plasma grenade. As you can see, Bravo Squad is dressed for urban warfare. Bravo Squad, you may board when ready.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
Copy, Firebrand. Begin your descent immediately.
The spokesman gave us the location of a VIP stranded somewhere near our AO. He'd like us to secure the area, rendezvous with the target, and provide an escort out of there. I don't think the Resistance would ask if it wasn't important.
So we have arranged to make contact with Dr. O'Carroll atop an Advent Burger restaurant rooftop. And once we have secured the VIP, we are to shepherd him to safety. Basically take him about a block away to another building's rooftop where we will effect extraction. This is a surveillance zone, so we are expecting plenty of Advent patrols, but we don't need to engage or defeat all of them, just need to get out. Bravo Squad is boots on the ground. They are atop the Advent Burger fast food joint, and they have eyes on Dr. O'Carroll.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Otto is going to lead the way. He'll drop down to street level, basically checking the ground ahead. He will continue to move and take up cover behind this truck. Manzer is going to drop down onto this little balcony, and he'll go into Overwatch.
I'm on it.
JBone is also going to seek Overwatch. He's going to go down to street level and use the corner of this establishment as cover.
Come get some.
As to our snipers, they're going to move up to the edge of this rooftop to cover the rest of the squad's advance.
Moving over.
Now, Advent already knows that we're in the area, therefore we're not enjoying the benefit of concealment. Save for our rangers, who are both still in concealment, of course. Everyone else is out in the open. So Weasel's going to post up behind this light post, and we'll see what Advent does. Okay, our snipers are opening up on a nearby trooper, and they're firing with their pistols. Neither of them score a hit. If Advent didn't know our exact location before, they do now.
Advent forces on the ground.
Enter a Codex. The Codex, Trooper, and Shield Bearer advance. Manzer opens up on the Codex, scores a good hit. JBone opens fire on the same target, also scores a hit, and, in fact, kills the Codex. Now, Manzer is going to fire on that Trooper. And he puts him down. That leaves one on the grid, Shield Bearer. And what is the Shield Bearer's location? Oh, he's on that roof. Okay, so Stonewall is going to approach. And he will draw a sidearm, activate Lightning Hands, and take a free shot. And if that's not enough, let's utilize the Plasma Grenade. If the explosion doesn't kill the Shield Bearer, perhaps the fall will when the roof collapses. Well, the explosion didn't kill him. But the fall sure as hell did. So the grid is clear, the squad can advance.
On it.
And full disclosure, I have engaged in an aggravating bout of save scum for this mission. This was not the result of anybody dying. In fact, I don't think anybody died throughout my many recurrences of reloading the game. But the reason why I had to do that was we suffer a special guest during this operation, and every time that guest would show up, the game would initially freeze up. Audio would continue for, 10 seconds or so before it too puttered out. Then ultimately everything would crash. And again, in fact, it's a conservative estimate when I say that I probably reloaded it 5 times. Had to be more than that. But it was frustrating. And that special guest is a personality introduced from the DLC, from the Alien Hunters DLC. So if you are familiar with that, you know who that would be, just timeline-wise. And yeah, it was excruciating. And either way, the playthrough that you're seeing now, it's a successful playthrough. And if I were to offer any advice for that specific, unique enemy character, and not in terms of combating it, I really don't know, but in terms of at least being able to fight it without the game freezing up, I would say disable cinematics might work.
Target position now.
If you're playing a mode where auto saves at the beginning of each turn, hold on tightly to that and be prepared to reload that last save. If you're playing Iron Man, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. And in a way, that's one of the reasons I'm not playing Iron Man. Because I want to give myself the capability to reload. If for no other reason than to save the series. And indeed, last night, I thought for a moment, does this whole series stall out here? Because this enemy alien has this special, unique attack that crashes your entire game. And, yeah, so anyways, for this specific playthrough, we do everything in our power to avoid contact with that alien. You'll see whether or not that's successful in the coming moments, but indeed I thought that might be the best course of action, for now anyhow. As to any, future encounters with the creature in question, we'll see. We will roll with the punches, I guess. It's all we can do. So Weasel is determined to ensure that both himself and Otto embrace their role as reconnaissance as they forge ahead.
Right.
Essentially, making sure the coast is clear for the remainder of the squad, who are less inclined to go stealthy, certainly more willing to go loud.
Headed there now.
And to that end, they're moving a little bit slower, and soon here they'll all be going into Overwatch. As to Dr. O'Carroll, well, the good doctor he's moving in between these two echelons, and while that may seem haphazard, we are keeping him further away from any discernible threat than the rest of the squad. In other words, Advent will have to fight through us to get to him, so though it may not seem readily apparent, we are concerned with the good doctor's safety.
Got it covered.
And Weasel really, he wants to try to avoid any pitched firefight in this operation. He just wants to get his troops out of here, and that kind of smacks of the last mission. And the fear in that mission was that we were going to walk away with no promotions, which turned out to be the case. And my biggest grievance with that, and I said it in the last mission, was that, well, actually I said that I was saddened that Weasel didn't get a promotion because I really wanted him to get one. Well, I had misspoken. What I meant to say is Reaper. In fact, Weasel, he's at a rank congruent with the rest of his squad. But Reaper, I want to get him up to at least Sergeant. Okay, we've spotted something on the grid. It looked like 2 or 3 of them. We don't have a positive ID on those X-rays, but we will get more intel momentarily. In the meantime, Weasel and Otto are coming around the corner of that building, and the rest of the squad will be going into Overwatch. In that building, just to the right of the screen, top right-hand corner there, that is the building that has the extraction zone on its roof. So, in essence, that's where we're all heading. And it's no surprise that it's occupied by the enemy. So let's see. JBone's gonna move to the side here and go into Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Stonewall will go into Overwatch, so too will Reaper, and Manzer will move up behind this pole. Seeking good cover, he'll go into Overwatch.
Covering now.
And not a moment too soon, because here comes the enemy. In fact, Manzer's gonna open up, scoring a hit on the Advent officer. Good damage to boot. And so Advent is taking positions. Reaper opens up. He puts down the officer. Stonewall fires on and kills the trooper, and JBone scores a hit on the mech. In fact, the trooper is dead, so too is the officer. That just leaves the mech on the grid. Manzer's gonna open fire. No joy.
That is not good. Negative.
JBone will do the same. She gets another hit. Good deal.
Wear off the armor.
Now to the snipers.
Burning through ammo fast.
Starting with Stonewall. It's no good.
Missed.
If need be, we could have Otto come out of concealment, but let's have Reaper fire first. And he does hit. It's just not enough damage. So back to Otto. Isn't worth the risk. I believe it is. In fact, Weasel tells him to go ahead and fire. So here we go. Damn, it's just not enough. And it would have had to have been a critical in order to kill that mech. And so Weasel's going to move up and see what he can do. He may break concealment as well. He still hasn't established a line of sight. Perhaps he could at least stifle the thing by throwing a flashbang.
Light him up!
Of course, does a flashbang do anything to mechanized enemies? Nope.
I'm spotted.
Lesson learned. Don't throw flashbangs at mechs. Meanwhile, the good doctor will just take a little jog moving ahead.
Time to mop them up.
Okay. Hey, that's good. The mech is in full retreat. Apparently, self-preservation is one of its key programming components. We'll take it. Of course, that does leave the possibility that it will be back with friends in tow. Okay, so Manzer reloads.
Back in.
And he's gonna move. We have got to get to the objective ASAP. JBone will reload as well.
Ready to engage.
And she too will move. In fact, that's gonna be par for the course, I believe.
Okay.
Stonewall, of course, doing the same then.
Good to go. Here I come.
As to Otto, he'll move up, and, you know, he's gonna go into concealment again. Why not? And he'll advance up onto this roof.
Position confirmed.
The key with going into concealment is making sure that our special guest doesn't spot us. As to Reaper, also reloads, also moves ahead a bit.
Headed there.
And Reaper is named after another one of my brother-in-laws, just want to throw that out there. And much like his character, he was also a Marine. Wait a minute, that wasn't grammatically correct. I said brother-in-laws. Plural would be brothers-in-law, right? Anyhow, I digress. Weasel goes into concealment, and then he will proceed.
That's affirmative.
As to Dr. O'Carroll, seeing as Otto's already up there on the roof, the good doctor can climb up and join him. And we're looking at the home stretch. Just want to get everybody up top here. Okay, Manzer is going to come around the corner of this building.
Let's move already.
Yeah, he'll move over by this pipe. But he's going to go up the same one as I think everybody's going to go up that one that the doctor just went up. JBone will take position next to Manzer. As to the snipers, Stonewall will move over to this little nook.
10-4.
Otto will move over by Dr. O'Carroll.
Roger.
Go into
I've got my eyes
Overwatch. Dr. O'Carroll will hunker down. Reaper, he will move along with the rest of the squad. And as to Weasel, he'll join Otto and the doctor up on the roof. And I'm reluctant to just have the doctor go for it. I mean, you can see the extraction zones right there. But yeah, I want everybody up here to cover him. Certainly there's more Advent out there somewhere, and that mech may be coming back with a little pod of his own.
10-4.
So, you know, though I think the doctor could get over there and get out, I'd hate to have him raise the alarm and complicate things for the other two up there on the roof. I want all of our firepower up top. Let's see, Jackson will move over to the store. Reaper, he'll move behind this light cover here. JBone, she can probably get up top. Yeah, she can. So she will do just that.
What's making that noise?
And I'm curious as to whether Reaper earned his promotion. I couldn't tell.
Hostile interceptors are on high-speed approach. Your window for extraction is closing.
We're aware of that, Central Officer. Yeah, I couldn't tell, but I do think that by nature of him killing that officer, that may have been enough to eke out a promotion. Manzer is going to set up. JBone will probably, yeah, she'll come around the corner and join him.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
And of course, go into Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Stonewall can probably, join everyone up there. He'll set up next to Weasel. And finally, Reaper. So now, everyone's up on the roof. I think it's high time to get the doctor the hell out of there. A little nervous about this, but here we go. All right, he's good to go. Excellent.
This is Firebrand. VIP is secure.
Copy that, Firebrand. So, welcome development. We'll have Otto join them.
This variation of the Archon must surely be the modified subject Dr. Valen had been experimenting on. She didn't have to upgrade their equipment in the process. No wonder these things escaped from the lab.
Okay. We have eyes on the Archon, but Otto is still in concealment. The Archon does not have eyes on us. We're only a 5-man squad now, so the hope is that Archon doesn't spot us at all and we get the hell out of here. Weasel, he's not going anywhere. He's going to be the last man out.
Hybrid forces sighted.
Oh boy. Got a Viper. Got a Muton down there with him. JBone opens fire. She just grazed her target, which was the Viper. So yeah, we've got 3 on the grid if we're not counting the Archon King. Alright. I don't know what the Archon King is capable of. In a sense, I don't want to know. Maybe Manzer can freeze it. No, just out of range. And you know what? Perhaps that's best. Because currently, we do not have the Archon King's attention. And frankly, we don't want it. Oh, here's an idea. Stonewall is gonna fire at that mech. He's gonna use Shadowfall. And essentially what Shadowfall does is if you kill an enemy while using Shadowfall, it sends you into concealment. And a soldier in concealment, if one of these, rulers like the Archon King is active, someone in concealment can still move without triggering a ruler reaction, and that's key. That means Jackson could get out, and basically it's a free move without forcing the Archon King to attack or move itself. Alright, JBone is going to take a shot at that Muton. And she takes a bite out of its health.
Hit the armor!
That's altogether good, but we want to put it down. But you know, more importantly, we want to put that Viper down. I didn't even think about that. That Viper could throw a wrench in this entire thing by snagging one of our troops off the roof. So yeah, I hate to waste the frost bomb on it, but that's exactly what we're going to do if we've got range on it. Let's find out. We could get the Muton. Yes, we could get the Viper, so Manzer is going to deploy the frost bomb. Alright, so that takes care of that potential problem. As to Reaper, we're going to have him line up here next to JBone, and he is going to fire at that Muton. Because the fact still remains, the Muton could chuck a plasma grenade up here and send us all plummeting down to the ground. Alright, he did some damage, but we have to get rid of the Muton. And that would mean Weasel coming out of concealment, which he's gonna do. Nice, okay. And that takes care of that potential problem.
Position compromised.
So we've bought ourselves a chance. The biggest issue that remains is the Archon King.
Menace 1-5, you're out of time. Get to the evac point, now!
Alright, well... yeah, Stonewall's gonna go for it. He's getting the hell out of here.
Roger.
And it appears as if we can get out without eliciting that thing's attention, but I'm confident that Stonewall can, simply by nature of his being in concealment. So Stonewall is away, Otto is away, and the good doctor is away. Let's have JBone try. She's gonna test the waters, but these rulers are unpredictable. See? Exactly. It spotted her.
We've got a chance to take this thing down once and for all, Commander. Let's get it done.
You know, yeah, she's not gonna shoot at him. That'll just grant it a ruler reaction, so she's up and out. Manzer's going next. And he's got to take cover, too, just in case this Archon King decides to fire. Brace yourself. Oh, nice, okay. It moved instead. And rather than giving it another ruler reaction, Manzer is extracting. Okay, that just leaves Reaper and Weasel. And Weasel's not going anywhere until Reaper's out. So, it's time for Reaper to extract. Oh, hell. Son of a bitch. Did you just see? He just plummeted off the roof. There's no question he's dead. Oh, Weasel, there's no getting Reaper's body out of here.
Solid copy.
You gotta go. Oh, I hope Weasel makes it out. Alright. The Archon King decided to do something other than attack. So Weasel is out of here. Damn.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
That sucks. Sucks that we're not even bringing his body home. And you know that hit Stonewall. Stonewall was getting to know him better than anybody else in this squad, just by nature of his training him in the field. And Weasel had to watch him fall from that rooftop. And here Weasel thought he was doing him a favor by telling him to extract before the squad leader. I mean, there was no avoiding that. Weasel is always going to be the last man out. But yeah, I'm aware it could have been a lot worse, but nonetheless, it sucks. I guess Reaper's not getting that promotion after all. It occurs to me that we lose more new personnel than anything else. That's not true, I shouldn't say that. I guess we did just lose Noisy Boy, didn't we? And we've lost Corky. You know, throughout the entirety of the first season, our only death was that of Cider. I suppose our glory days are behind us. And our only material gain is a Codex brain. I must say, Manzer and JBone did make short work of that Codex.
Hello, Commander.
I guess we did bring back Dr. Brennan O'Carroll. There is that. Welcome to the staff. But yeah, that was something. I suppose this season is aptly named Hammer Down. And I do wonder if next time we encounter the Archon King, if it's going to be as frustrating as it was this time. I'm referencing having to save scum as much as I did, and the freezing. I mean, it's just, I can't express how damned aggravating it was. I mean, when I finally gave up and threw down the controller, my wife was like, "Are you okay?" I just pissed at this game, honey.
Now hear this. All hands come to attention for Corporal Christian Arnold, codenamed Reaper. Born April 3rd, 1996. Died June 30th, 2035. He was 39 years old. Corporal Arnold spent 67 days in service to the XCOM program, over which time he was accredited with 4 enemy kills. His epitaph shall read, "A Marine through and through, Arnold spent half of his life defending Earth. Though his body was not recovered from the field, his fighting spirit will remain with us forever." Services will be held in honor of Corporal Arnold tomorrow at 1100 hours at the Avenger Memorial. Those wishing to pay their respects are encouraged to attend. That is all.
And once again, an empty bar. Seems rather fitting, actually. Honestly, it appeared as if most of the combat personnel were in the lounge. They seemed to be in a heated argument. Who knows what that was about? Perhaps Weasel was just emphatically defending his battlefield decisions, as he should. Well, we're nearing the end of this second season, by the way. I hope that the third brings more positive results. If you like this, and if you are subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends.